This is Monitor Radio. When it comes to selling records in the classical department of your local record store, no CDs fly out faster than those by the Three Tenors. While Pavarotti, Carreras, and Domingo are household names by now, you may have to dig a little deeper to find out about some of the other singers of the classical repertoire. How about three sopranos, for example, Elizabeth Schwarzkopf, Joan Sutherland, and Maria Callas. Recently, books have been written about all three, and pianist and educator Virginia Eskin joins me to talk about them. Okay, what about three sopranos? Joan Sutherland.
By Norma Major.
Right.
Wife of the...
Elizabeth Schwarzkopf, who may be a little bit less known popularly than some of the others, by Ellen Jefferson. Her career, she was a German, and her career was mixed up with Nazism.
True.
And then Maria Callas, who's probably the best known soprano of all three.
There was been a couple of big biographies, and this one by Michael Scott. The Schwarzkopf and Callas books, both published by Northeastern University Press, tend to be more interesting reading from my musician's point of view, because not only the women's lives are more prickly and therefore more interesting, but I think they're better written. The Sutherland book doesn't have enough about her early years to satisfy me, because if you're going to study the life, you really want to know, how does this plant grow? What were the roots?
Let's listen to Joan Sutherland for a moment. Is there anything that you'd like to help me understand more about the kind of music she did?
Yes. The long, beautiful bel canto arch, she understood. She was told, and she believed it, that she, quote, "I can't sing that canary stuff," meaning all the tessitura, fioritura, all the high-up stuff that coloratura is, and the great arias. Ultimately, they go up in the beginning. They're in the sort of high range, and then they go right off the charts. And that's when the audience goes ballistic. And she, with the husband's help, she was able to learn how to do it.
What was her repertoire? Did she do the German stuff? Did she do Italian?
Italian.
Now, Maria Callas, on the other hand, did all the tragedies.
Yes.
What did Maria Callas do that put her in the top rank?
Well, she intersects American history, because the man she has the long, tortured love affair with, Onassis, was friendly with our John Kennedy. And the intersection of American history into Callas's life, and then Jackie Kennedy becoming his wife. We learned more about Maria Callas, as a sidebar. And then you have the play Masterclass, which has captured everybody's imagination. In the singing, there are great dramatic pauses. She cues herself up, and she understood the silences. The delivery is all. We know the lines, but the delivery becomes the seduction, and she understood that to the nines.
Elizabeth Schwarzkopf. Now, I didn't know much about her. I still don't know much about her.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Schwarzkopf did basically the German repertoire?
Yes. Strauss, Mozart, and occasional forays into Italian arias, but a lot of lieder. Maybe in this year of Schubert's death, we'll hear more from her because she popularized lieder.
Wenn meine Grillen schwirren bei Nacht am Späterwerbe hielt, dann sitz ich mit vergnügtem Sinn vertraulich zu der Flamme hin. Dann sitz ich mit vergnügtem Sinn vertraulich zu der Flamme hin. So leicht, so unbeschwert, so leicht, so unbeschwert.
These three sopranos, Sutherland, Schwarzkopf, and Callas, were divas.
Yes.
What is a diva?
A diva, I think, is a Sherman tank in a silk dress.
Sherman tanks are obsolete. Are divas too?
They're not PC.
They're not politically correct.
No. The reason the Met lowered the
Curtain?
on Kathleen Battle is because she took over another veteran singer's room without asking, and we would call it impossibly pushy behavior, and you can't get away with that stuff anymore. Now maybe that will diminish the art. I don't know.
Is the singing as good as it was when Callas and Schwarzkopf and Sutherland were at
Good
work?
point. It's different. To my ears, it's spun even tighter. When I listen to old CDs of Callas, Schwarzkopf, and Sutherland, it's like a gold cord that's just sort of wound slowly. But you listen to Kathleen Battle, she's wired from the very beginning. She's never spinning slowly.
Could somebody put together a CD with the three sopranos on it and have...
The marketability? I think the three tenors, it answers the pleasure that the audience gets there is also popular songs. They're singing West Side Story, they're singing Some Enchanted Evening. The soprano arias don't lend themselves to that, to being chopped up and shared. It's just not going to work musically.
If somebody ever tries it, will you come back and tell us how you think it works?
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen because in opera, the women always hate each other. They're not supportive. They're always looking to do each other in.